Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Wrestling Unlimited. As tonight you may have seen, Matt Cardona appeared for All Elite Wrestling, challenging Adam Copeland for the TNT Championship. But this comes after, I guess you could say, a little bit of controversy with Square Circle Expo, as this kind of went under the radar today, but they posted the following this morning, stating, quote, "Attention. Once again, from what he's told us, Matt Cardona was so upset about losing the SCX title to Nemeth and left the hotel in a very immature display of behavior. We have attempted to track him down to fulfill his obligation to the Expo and its fans, but it seems like he very much took his ball and went home. We are very disappointed in his incredibly unprofessional behavior and will be holding him accountable. Pro photo ops purchased for Cardona today. Thankfully, there were not many. Will be fully refunded in cash at will call. We deeply apologize for Cardona's behavior, and at this time, there are no plans to ever have him back at SCX. Not tonight, not next year, and maybe not ever. Tonight's SCX title match will occur between new SCX champion Nick Nemeth and Japanese legend Ultimo Dragon. See you there." It's very interesting that they're saying that they will never bring Matt Cardona back, and that goes into kind of a theory I have they're going to talk about here in a little bit. But first off, what we know of his appearance tonight on AEW Collision per Fightful, as Fightful writes the following. Matt Cardona appeared as a surprise opponent for Adam Copeland in the Cope Open on AEW Collision. We're told that as of now, Cardona remains a free agent and has not signed with All Elite Wrestling. The deal to have Cardona make his appearance came together this week, we're told. He was originally scheduled to face Ultimo Dragon at Squared Circle Expo, defending his championship on Saturday. However, the booking came, and instead, the plan was altered to have Cardona drop the Squared Circle Expo championship Friday night on Black Label Pro. But then, Cardona traveled to Canada to make the date. Cardona told us recently that there hadn't been much of a relationship or interaction with All Elite Wrestling since his initial appearances years ago. So it is interesting that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Matt Cardona just shows up in AEW when they're doing a leg in Canada. But I have a theory, and this is just a theory with no actual knowledge of possibilities of this happening. This is just what I am reading and trying to maybe put together after talking to a couple of other people that I know. And really, it sounds like maybe the reason they had to abruptly take the title off of Matt Cardona last night at Squared Circle Expo and then state that they're never going to use him again as well because he's signing somewhere. Now, Fightful here says that he is not signed with All Elite Wrestling to their knowledge and that the deal tonight came together pretty quickly. What if Cardona this week reached out to All Elite Wrestling and was like, hey, I'm not going to be available to do this much more, so something's going on. I might be signing somewhere, so how about we do some business before we can't anymore? So my theory could be, and I could be completely wrong on this, but my theory is that maybe after WrestleMania, we see Matt Cardona back in WWE. There have been teases of him going back ever since his wife Chelsea Green returned to WWE, and maybe, just maybe, after WrestleMania, we see Matt Cardona return to WWE. It's just too weird that Squared Circle Expo puts out this notice, I guess you can say, statement, bashing him basically and saying they will never use him again, not tonight, not next year, and maybe not ever. That's what got me right there. Maybe not ever, which means that maybe once his next WWE run is over, then they'll think about using him again in the future. But with that, the deal for Matt Cardona to appear in All Elite Wrestling did come together sometime this week. Seems like it was I don't want to say last minute thing, but could have been a last minute thing because maybe, and again, this is just me speculating, or as some may call it, recklessly speculating, maybe because he's going somewhere and can't work for AEW anymore, or at least not in the near future. So with that, if we do hear anything further on Matt Cardona appearing tonight for All Elite Wrestling and things having to get shifted around with his appearances at Squared Circle Expo, we'll have it for you right here for Wrestling Unlimited.